if you take if you take the loads, load may be a AC load or a DC load. Okay, but the issue is, see, if source is AC and load is DC, so DC power, you might have heard, you might have learned in our UG or PG. So load is DC but source is AC. So we cannot connect them directly. So we require a interface circuit. We require an interface circuit. See, just like see, suppose you know English and I know only Telugu and you know only English. See, so some translator should be there to communicate between us. Okay, so just like here is what we need some that interface circuit or just like a translator, we require uh, means some means so that we can communicate our load communicate with the renewable source, because both are different, AC and DC. So source is DC, load is DC is fine, but if source is AC but load is DC, so we cannot connect directly. Okay, so for that is what we require a interface circuit. So what I will not go in depth, but see the what is the role of this interface circuit, that I'll highlight. And one more thing is what you might have heard that see, we have single phase force and three phase force, and they are operating at a frequency of 50 hertz. Okay, so see, frequency 50 hertz means what we see, our alternator is what they are generating means, see, sinusoidal waveform. So in 1 second of time they generate the 50 cycles. So that is the meaning of frequency. So 50 hertz frequency. And here, if you take the wind source, so wind source is why it gives a AC power, but it will give a not exactly 50 hertz frequency, because the frequency output of from renew that wind source is a function of wind speed. So we'll get the variable frequency because our load is designed for 50 hertz frequency. So we cannot connect that wind source directly to the that AC load, which is designed for the 50 hertz frequency. So see, first is what are the issues that I am highlighting. So after that, what are the means how to overcome that issues, that I'll discuss. But first is what are the issues we are encountering or encounter while dealing with this load and AC source, that I am discussing. So we cannot connect that variable frequency source to the AC load, which requires a 50 hertz frequency. So there also is what we require interface circuit. See, forget about that interface circuit. What is that interface circuit, that I will tell later. But I am highlighting what are the issues we are getting. Okay, so different frequency and different magnitudes also. See, our load is what, you might have observed that. Suppose we are getting low voltage, you might have observed that the tube light is what it will flicker. Okay, the reason is that tube light is what not getting the that required voltage. So because due to that one, that tube light is what flickering. So means what, from this, so we can say that, so all load requires a constant voltage. Okay. Now if you see the PV or that wind source, they are intermittent in nature, and the output voltage or the output power is what, that is a variable. But our load requires a constant.
Sir,
So,
slides are not moving, sir.
yeah, sir, I'm moving. So just I'm giving introduction. Okay. Yeah, not moving, sir.
First slide only it was there. Okay, sir.
Yeah. Okay. No, no, no. Once again, I'll do that. Sir, now it is changing.
Yeah.
Uh,
1 minute, 1 second, sir.
okay.
It is now coming. Yes, sir. It is
Yeah. Now
seventh.
it is changing.
Now it is seventh slide, sir.
Okay. It is changing, sir.
No, sir. No. Just it is appearing in seventh slide only.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, now it is.
Okay. Sorry. Is it changing, sir? No?
No, sir. First slide was only introduction to power evacuation.
Mhm.
Or otherwise, you go to PDF, it can open, sir.
Mhm. Mhm.
Yes, sir. Now it is okay, sir.
Okay.
Moving.
Fine. See, what I am trying to tell you is that renewable sources, they are the variable source and they are intermittent in nature, and they are available in the form of AC or DC, but they are not giving a constant frequency. But our load, all our load, they require that constant frequency and constant voltage magnitude. So now means what, something we require, okay, or some interface circuit we require, so that that interface circuit, just like a translator, okay, so it will do the job of the translator. So means what, it will satisfy the requirement of source as well as the requirement of the load. Okay. Requirement of the load. So actually is what, if you see the renewable sources, so that wind source, battery, and PV panels, fuel cell, and our the conventional grid. See, conventional grid is our utility is what, it is in the form of AC. So that AC bus, and load is what, they either they may be a AC load or DC load. So thing is what are the interface circuit we require in between that grid and the that renewable sources for interconnecting with the grid. Okay, so just like that DC to DC and DC to AC or AC to DC. So these are the interface circuit we require. Okay, because uh, our load and our renewable sources, so they are available in the different forms. That is the AC power or DC power. So you know that most of the electronic gadgets, they require the DC form. Okay, DC. So means the power in the form of the DC. Even your mobile charger also, it works with a DC supply. Okay, that is why see we require, in between is what we have a adapter. Okay, so available is what AC, and mobile phone is what, that load is what, it require a DC power. So that is why we are using adapter in between the AC source and that for charging the battery. So see, this is nothing but that electronic circuit we require. So that I am not going to discuss in that in depth. So briefly is what, so there are means what we require interface circuit which convert DC to DC, and DC to AC, or DC to AC, again AC to DC conversion. Okay. Yeah. And see, PV cell is the basic that basic building block for this what do you call further the PV photovoltaic source. And this is a solar cell, and this solar cell is what means what it will give a very less voltage, that is 0.6 or this one, and current is in terms of milliampere. So but to run our load, the power supplied by the solar cell is not sufficient. Okay, then for that is what this solar cell is what they have, either they are connected in series or parallel. Series means what? See, in series means what? They are connected means output of one is connected to the input this one. So here in series, the current is what? Same. Okay, in parallel, voltage are same. So now to increase the current. Okay, so cells are is connected in the parallel. Now to increase the voltage, that required voltage, the cells are connected in the see that to increase the current, cells are connected in parallel. To increase the voltage, the cells are connected in series. Okay, so zero point 0.6 for like that. If you add in zero point 0.6 plus 0.6, so you can increase the voltage. So these are the means what a solar cell, then solar modules, and after that is what so many solar modules. So either they are connected in series or parallel to form the solar array. Because for large power plant, see for large you might have seen that large power plant, that solar power plant. So there is what we are generating power in terms of kilowatt or in terms of megawatt also. Okay, so now to generate the power in terms of kilowatt or megawatt, it means what we require so many PV modules, and they are connected in either in series or parallel. So that we are calling as, just like in C language, solar array. Okay, just like so solar array means what is a combination of so many modules, means as for our requirement. Okay, as for our voltage requirement and as for our current requirement. Okay. So this is equivalent circuit means, because to analyze the any circuit we require its mathematical model. So this is the mathematical model of the PV cell. Now if you see this one, see here the power output from your panel, that depends on, it means it is a function of temperature and that insolation. G means what? Insolation. And that the energy from the solar panel see the energy from the sun, so we are receiving in the form of the photons, the bundle of photons. Okay, so that means what? That energy, so means that when that solar radiation or solar intensity, when it is falls on the solar panel, then it will start generating. And solar panel is what? Nothing but it is a power semiconductor material. So as materials are classified into is what? Metals, insulators, and other one is what? Semiconductor. So here this PV that cell is what? This is fabricated by using a material called that semiconductor materials, that is silicon. Okay, so that is the this one. And the power output from this panel, so it is not a independent source, it is a dependent source. So the power from this panel, it is a function of the how means the amount of solar radiation falling on the panel and the cell temperature, so that is why we are calling, so is a nature dependent, because it is a function of the solar radiation and the temperature. Yeah. See, this is very, very important, that say understanding the characteristics of the cell is very, very important, because all other is what, see, they are uh, based on these characteristics only. See, characteristics means what? The current characteristics, that is the current and voltage and power versus voltage characteristics. Now, if you see the characteristics of the cell, so here you can see this one. So first I will discuss about the current characteristics, that is current versus the voltage. Okay.
Sir, PPT is not coming, sir. Yeah, yes, sir. Okay, sir. Now it is okay, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
See, all our we'll call it MPPT algorithms. See, all is what based on these characteristics only. If you understand this characteristic thoroughly, so you can easily understand whatever the algorithm developed for the tracking the maximum power. See, all characters is based on these characteristics only. And one more thing is what, see, yeah, I'll see if you see this IV characteristics. See here, see this is voltage and current. You see, if you increase the voltage across the load, okay, means how the current drawn from the current drawn from the panel varies. Now, if you see this one here, okay, so voltage is what is the value, means starting point voltage is 0. So voltage 0 means what? Just like a panels. See, from panel we have two terminals. One is positive terminal, other one is the negative terminal. So if you connect those two terminals by a wire, then the voltage across, if you measure the voltage, it is 0 because it is a shorted. So in our electrical terminals, we'll call it as a short circuit. Short means what? Voltage is 0. So that positive terminal is connected to the negative terminal by a wire, means without connecting any load. So that is the voltage 0. And if you left open circuit, means what? That if you do not connect any load between the positive terminal of the panel and negative terminal of the panel, we'll call as a open circuit voltage. So means what? Panel is open, means we didn't connect any load. Okay, and if you by using voltmeter, if you measure the voltage, that gives a open circuit voltage. Okay, so here is what that two extreme that voltage. And so here if you see this one, so means what? When panels are shorted directly by a wire without connecting load, under that condition you are getting the maximum current. So that current is what we are calling as a short circuit current. See, the manufacturer of the PV module or PV cell, so he will give a data sheet. So if you see its data sheet, then you come to know all these parameters. So he will give, so for a specific panel or for a specific module, so he will give all these parameters. Okay, so that is, see, means what? If you voltage 0 means short circuit. Under that case is what? Means what? Without connecting any load, if you directly connect the positive terminal with negative terminal with a wire, then the voltage is 0. But under that condition, you are getting a maximum current. That means current. See, you know, current always flows in a closed path. Okay, so that means what? Under short circuit condition, we are getting the maximum current. And if you open circuit, means if you just without connecting any wire, just that positive terminal and negative terminal, if you keep open and if you measure voltage between those two terminals, then you will get the maximum voltage. And you know current is 0. See here voltage is 0. Under voltage 0 condition we are getting maximum current, and under that maximum voltage condition the current is 0. Now if you see, this is the current characteristics. Okay, so means what? As voltage varies across the panel, okay, from 0 to maximum, that maximum will get under open circuit condition. The current is what? Say current is what? First current remaining constant. Then see here you can see this one. There is a sharp bend and current is becoming 0. And this is called a open circuit. So this is the characteristics. That means how current varies from minimum voltage to maximum voltage across the panel. Okay, so you are getting a maximum current. So when voltage is 0, so we are getting maximum current, and this is the point. See where current is 0, that is open circuit. See, you know from your fundamental that current is what always flows in a closed circuit. So here is what those terminals, that positive terminal and negative terminal is what we kept open. Means we didn't connect any load or any wire between the positive terminal of the panel and in between the positive terminal of the panel and negative terminal of the panel. So there is what we are getting the maximum voltage. Okay, so this is called a open circuit voltage and this is called a short circuit current. Okay, so short circuit current, where means if you see the voltage value is 0, but you are getting the maximum current. So that I max And here is what when you left the panels open in open condition without connecting any wire or any load, there you are getting the maximum voltage. So this is means how the current varies. But here, so this is the current versus voltage. But now if you see the power versus voltage characteristics, see, power is nothing but, so already you know, power is nothing but product of the current drawn from the panel and the voltage across the panel. But here if you see this one, voltage parameter is 0 and your current is maximum. So product of the that current magnitude and the voltage magnitude is what? 0. Okay, and here is what, as voltage increases, so if you see this one, current is almost remaining constant. So means what, your PV cell behaving like a constant current source, means it is delivering constant current. Okay, constant current, and voltage is increased. So product of the voltage and that current is what, because voltage is increased, even though current remains constant, as voltage is increasing, so power is what, it is increasing. Okay, see, power is increasing, and that power from the panel is what, it is reaching the maximum value, this one. So this we are calling as the peak power, means maximum power point. So this is very, very important. So this is called a maximum power point. Okay, and here after means after this maximum power point, even though voltage is increased, as there is a sharp decrease in the current, power is decreasing. Power is decreasing, and that power is what, becoming 0. So means what, if you see these characteristics, that peak power, so before peak power and after peak power, see, before reaching peak power, the power is what, it is increasing with respect to the voltage, means as voltage is increasing, your power also increasing. But beyond that peak power point, see, this is the peak power point, the beyond that peak power point, as voltage is increasing, but power drawn from the panel is decreasing. So this means what, and peak power is what, it is separating these two characteristics. So here, so before MPP point, your panel is behaving differently, and beyond that MPP point, your panel is behaving differently. See, before that peak power point, if you see the power drawn from the panel and voltage across the panel, see, they are following the linear relation. Linear means what? One means one parameter increasing, other parameter also increasing. That we are called linear proportionality. So proportional. But here, that beyond MPP point or beyond that peak point, voltage is increasing, but power drawn from the panel is decreasing. Okay, so means what? Beyond MPP point, if you see the relation between the voltage across the panel and the power drawn from the panel, they are following a inversely proportional. And before MPP point, the relation between the voltage across the panel and the power drawn from the panel, they are following directly proportional. Means as voltage increasing, power also increasing. Okay, and it is reaching the peak value. Okay, so maximum power. So don't confuse with, see, this is the peak power, and so we have to extract the maximum power from the panel. So our operating point should be this one. So don't confuse with mechanical tracking. See, in mechanical track, see, this is a electrical tracking. This is entirely different from the mechanical tracking. See, but both the objective is same. See, both the objective is what, to get the maximum power from the panel. So whether it is a mechanical tracking or electrical tracking, the objective is same. But the different is, in mechanical tracking, what we do is, see, we'll rotate the panel. So we'll rotate the panel as the sun moves from east to west. Okay. So thing is what, just like is what, see, to observe the maximum radiation. See, to observe the maximum radiation, the direction of the panel and the direction of the sun rays, it should be perpendicular. So under perpendicular condition only, the solar panel can observe the maximum what you call radiations, so that it can give the maximum power. So that is mechanical tracking. Mechanical tracking is what, will rotate the panel based on the that direction of the radiation. Okay, so that is a sun tracking. See, mechanical tracking is nothing but sun tracking. So we are tracking the sun position. Okay, that is the sun tracking. But here, this is different. Okay, so this is what uh, from the source. From the source, we have to we have to extract the maximum power. So here you can see this at this point, voltage is 0 and current is maximum. Current drawn from the panel is maximum. But if you see the power, it is 0. And if you see this open circuit, means that panel is left open, but voltage is maximum, but current is 0. So overall, the power drawn from the panel is 0. Okay, so it means what? Uh, but at this point, okay, so this is the point corresponding to means what, voltage at maximum power point and the current at maximum power point. That is IMP and VMP. Okay, IMP and VMP. So at this point, the solar panel is giving the maximum power. So here that solar, the electrical tracking is nothing but, see, the operating point, it may lie around any point. Okay, these are this or this. Okay, anywhere it can lie. But our ultimate goal is what? We have to bring that operating point to this peak point. So that is electrical tracking. See, whether it is electrical tracking or mechanical tracking, objective is what? To get the maximum power from the panel. Both the objective is same, but mechanical tracking is what? Mechanical tracking is what? Always we have to keep that the surface of the panel is perpendicular to the sun radiation, so that panel absorb the maximum radiation and it will give the maximum power. But electrical tracking is what? It depends on the load condition and source condition. So that means what? That operating point. So here, suppose that operating point lying here means what? We are getting this much power only. But ultimately is what? See, power is available in the panel, but due to the load condition, we are getting this much power only. See, because now voltage across the load is 0 voltage, then is what? Panel is giving 0 power. Okay, suppose the voltage is means based on the condition. But what we have to do is we have to shift the operating point to this point. We have to bring this to the operating point to this point. That how we are getting that we'll discuss later, but that is the concept. See, all this is what concept depends on the maths only. Okay, so simple concept. So here, before MPP and after MPP, the relation is what? We have to see what is the relation between the voltage across the panel and the power drawn from the panel. See, before MPP is what? Voltage. See this is a straight line passing through the origin. So means what? It is increasing. Okay, so slope is positive.
Positive slope.
Yeah. See, if you see this, so means in terms of mathematics, so it is a straight line passing through the origin. It has a slope positive, and here is what? It has a negative slope. Okay, and here is what? Just like a see, voltage. Suppose on x-axis we have a voltage, on the y-axis and x-axis we have voltage parameter, and on y-axis we have a power parameter. So now, so that PV curve I am analyzing. So as voltage increasing, power also increasing. So relation is what? Directly proportional, and reaching the. But beyond that MPP point, voltage increasing, but power drawn from the panel is decreasing. So inversely proportional. So first thing is what? To extract the maximum power, first thing is what? We have to identify whether our operating point is before MPP or beyond MPP point. So before MPP point is what? So you see, from seeing characteristic, you know that suppose your operating point is, suppose you have identified that your operating point is lying before MPP. Then to reach to peak power, what will you do? Just see, because you know before MPP, the relation between the power drawn from the panel and the voltage across the panel is what? If you increase the voltage, power also increasing. That you know. So this concept we are adopting. This concept we are using. Okay. That means what? What we'll do is what? By somehow or by some circuit, what we'll do is what? We'll go on increase the voltage across the panel. Because we know from these characteristics that as you increase the voltage across the panel, power drawn from the panel also increasing. Okay, increasing. But so that means, so these concept will utilize drawing the more power from the panel. Only thing is what will increase the voltage across the panel, because we know the relation is what before MPP. If you increase the voltage across the panel, power draw automatically, the power delivered or power drawn from the panel is what it will increase. So that we'll know from the characteristic. Now coming to the other side, that is beyond MPP point or after MPP point. Here is what, suppose the operating point is here, we have to come to this peak power. So here what we'll do is what, instead of increasing the voltage, we'll decrease the voltage, because we know from the characteristics of the panel that if I decrease the voltage, my power drawn from the panel will increase. So ultimately is what I have to reach to the peak power. This one, this is the peak power point. So here is what I will instead of increasing voltage, I will decrease the voltage. That is means what, I will decrease the voltage to increase the power drawn from the panel after MPP point. But before MPP point, the relation is what? The relation is what? To increase the power drawn from the panel, I will increase the voltage. But after MPP point is what? To increase the power drawn from the panel, I will decrease the voltage. So that means what, I will like that I will check. Okay, so means what, here I am using voltage as my parameter. Means what, randomly is what, I will increase the voltage across the panel by somehow, and I'll see that whether my power is increasing or decreasing. Okay, whether my power is increasing or decreasing. So it means what, we have to identify the operating point before MPP or it is after MPP. So ultimately is what, after that I will what means, I will take the corrective action. See, if suppose my operating point is after the MPP point. Okay, here, suppose here, so that cursor. So here it means what, this operating point is what, after the MPP point. So what action I have to do to reach to the peak power? I will decrease the voltage gradually. I will decrease the voltage across the panel, and ultimately is what, I will reach to the peak power. Suppose operating point is what, here, so means before MPP point. So then what I will do? I will increase the voltage across the panel, and so because I know that before MPP point, if I increase the voltage across the panel, my power drawn from the panel is what, it is increasing. So means what, means gradually I will reach to this point. Okay, so this is a that algorithm. So we have different, means what, this is, concept is same. Okay, so we are taking means what, somebody is what taking in terms of voltage, and somebody is what they are taking in terms of the slope. So now if you see the characteristics, see the slope means what, that incremental conductance. See, name is what, that is the algorithm, but the concept is what, that mathematical concept he has used. That concept is because you know that before MPP the slope of that line is what, positive, and after the MPP point the slope of the line is what, negative. Okay, so means what, if slope is getting negative means what, in order to reach to the peak power he will decrease the voltage. Okay, and now if slope is positive, in order to reach this peak point he will increase the voltage across the panel. Okay, so ultimate goal is we have to reach to the peak power. Okay, so this is about the characters, the behavior of this one. So now see, the behavior of the PV cell is a different, because before MPP, now if you see this one, it is operating like a, means it is delivering a constant current. You can see the characteristics. Before MPP, it is behaving like a constant current source. Why I am calling constant current source means what? It is giving almost constant current from the panel. And here is what, after the MPP, if you see this one, the variation is, see, variation is the voltage is less compared to the before MPP, this one. Okay, so means what, I am calling this region as a constant voltage region, means your panel is behaving like a constant voltage source, means it is irrespective of the load condition, it is giving a constant voltage across the panel. And here, irrespective of the load condition, it is giving a constant current. But at MPP point, so the intersection of the constant current source and the intersection of the constant voltage source, that point, that knee or where it is bending, so that point I am getting the maximum power. So this is the intersection of constant, means at a MPP, it is what, it is a means what, neither it is operating like a constant current source or like a constant voltage source. So this is the knee point or bending point where we are giving the maximum power. Okay, and see, and you might have heard that fill factor. See, it's simple. See, fill factor is what? See, that is the see that rectangle means area of the rectangle. See, if you, so this is, you can see this one. This is a rectangle formed. Okay, IMPP and VMPP. So this is a rectangle. So that area, because the area of the rectangle is length into breadth, that is VMP into IMP. So this much area. Okay, and if you plot the rectangle with the VOC and ISC, then you will get this one. So higher the fill factor means it will give the better performance of the cell. Okay, so and higher the short circuit current or higher the open circuit voltage, and so for a that particular area, so means the performance of the panel is better. Okay, so this is about the behavior of the PV source. Okay, so if you have any queries, then I'll respond. Otherwise, if you don't have any queries, then I will proceed further. So any queries in characteristics? So please respond. Otherwise, I will proceed further. So is it clear? So what is the electrical tracking and what is the mechanical tracking? If no response means what? I can assume digitally either 0 or 1. Means if people understand thoroughly or didn't understand anything.
Hello. Hello.
Sir,
Shall I ask the question, sir?
Yeah. Welcome.
Okay. See, sir, when you say mechanical tracking, so there are different methods of mechanical trackings are used, and then which is the best method for the tracking? First question. And second
Which
question.
one? You are asking about mechanical tracking or electrical tracking?
No. Mechanical tracking.
Mechanical tracking.
Yes, sir. And next, sir, today, because the many people are working on this, your mechanical tracking, and then they want to improve the efficiency. So, what is the effective method? Can you suggest? Hello.
Yeah. So see, you are asking about the mechanical tracking. See, mechanical tracking, there are so many methods are there. So means what? There is what, see, based on our location and based on that position of the sun, we have to rotate the panel. So that we have different methods. I can't, means what, every system has pros and cons. So I can't say that this method is best for giving that maximum efficiency, but every system has a pros and based on your requirement you have to choose.
Next, sir. Next, in addition to this, I want to automate this, tracking system, maybe with IoT based or something like that. So, is it possible?
Yeah, it is possible.
Mechanical tracking.
Yeah. See, we have to forecast the weather also. See, based on the weather conditions, because see, not only that, the power from the panel is what, it not only depends on this one, it depends on the what you call weather conditions also. That means how much amount of radiations we are getting, and what is the cell temperature. Cell temperature also important. Okay, yes. Cell temperature important, and how much radiation we are getting, and what is the position of the sun, position of your sun and the panel. Okay, so both should be perpendicular. So we have to ensure that under all conditions, the position of the panel and the radiation means what, it should be perpendicular. So perpendicular condition only, the panel will get the maximum what you call energy from the photons. Okay, so and that depends on that latitude, longitude also. So many factors are there. One factor that we can, but using IoT IoT and that we know artificial intelligence, because see, these are the advanced methods. So you can use those method also. Okay, to get
Yes.
the fuzzy logic and that neural networks and artificial intelligence. So these techniques you can use, and see, now you might have heard that using artificial intelligence, our means entirely we can scan our body, means what are the ailments, means what are the defects or what are the diseases we have, we can easily detect like that. Here also means what, so the machine learning or that artificial intelligence or IoT based. So that means whatever that because technology is what developing so fast that see we can adapt anything and we can utilize for see, our ultimate goal is what, we have to get the maximum energy or maximum power from the panel. So that also we can utilize.
All right, sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, here, if you see the character, the behavior, see power that the power from the panel. So that depends on the radiation. See, with variation in the radiations, the power drawn from the panel also varying. So here 1 sun 0.8 means, so you know that on the earth, see that we are getting the 1000 watts per meter square, means what in terms of the area, means kind of one with 1 unit area, how much that radiation we are reaching on the earth, that maximum is what 1000 watts per meter square. Okay, so that we are calling as a 1 sun. So 0.8 sun means what, this is 800 watts per meter square. So 0.6 means what, that 600 watts per meter square. So this is the amount of radiation. So if you see from morning to evening, okay, you know the radiation morning 9 a.m. is what less, and the afternoon, okay, afternoon is what we are getting the maximum radiations, and again that radiation is what, if you see the evening, the amount of radiation we are receiving or the falling on the panel, it is decreasing. Okay, and afternoon is what we are getting the maximum. So this is the power versus the voltage of the panel with the function of the that radiations. How much is the radiation we are getting, or how much radiations falling on the panel. Okay, so this one. So from this plot, so we can infer that as radiation increases, power from the panel also increases. Okay, so it is directly means what, as radiation increasing or means radiation falling on the panel increases, the power delivered by the panel also increasing. Okay, that so that we can infer from this characteristics. Now coming to the cell temperature, see temperature or maintaining temperature also very important. So normally is what we people think that if I install large solar power plant in the Rajasthan, I'll get more power. See, that is not the correct, because there is what this they depend on the cell temperature also. See, now if you see this one, as the cell temperature increasing, the voltage means what, the power is decreased. You can see this one. Okay, the power from the panel is what, it is decreasing. For 0 degrees centigrade, more power. As the cell temperature is 25 degrees centigrade, power is decreased. So 50 degrees, 75 degrees, the power from the panel is what, decreasing. Okay, so this is also important. Okay, so that see, you can use this that new technology, that is artificial intelligence, for detecting the cell temperature also, and see, based on that is what you can provide the cooling also. Okay, so that you can extract the maximum power. See, as the temperature is increasing, so power drawn from the panel is what, it is decreasing. Okay, so this is the power characteristics, and this is the current versus the voltage characteristics from the panel. And yeah, now see, so suppose that load you can use you consider any load, or a household load also. That also I will explain how to design this panel, means what is the rating of the panel we require. That also, if time permits, that also I will explain. Now if you see this one, see what I am trying to tell is, this is the panel, and suppose our load is what, refrigerator or TV or anything. So that load is what we are represented with this mobile or anything. So if I directly connected with that load across the panel, Okay, so question is, means what? Do I get the maximum power? Means my load will absorb the maximum power. So that I have to analyze. Okay, so means what? Here we have to see the load characteristics as well as the source characteristics. Now, if you see this one, so this is the typical the current versus voltage characteristics. See, current is remaining constant and it is decreasing as the voltage across the panel is increased. So here open circuit voltage means maximum voltage that panel can give is what, 90 voltage, and maximum current is what, it will give a 5 ampere. But if you see the extreme two condition, that is open circuit voltage or short circuit condition, say power under that both condition, power is what, we are getting zero power. Why? One parameter is zero. Okay, so here as voltage across the panel is increases, the power is what? So this current power is increasing. Just now we have seen that power increasing again, and it is reaching to peak value. After that, even though if you increase the voltage across the panel, power drawn from the panel is decreases. And here, see, the operating point is nothing but intersection of load characteristics with the source characteristics. See, the intersection of the source characteristics and load characteristics, that is your operating point. So, operating point. Okay, so now if you see this one, this is the operating point, because see the load I have considered 7.2 ohms, and this is my typical characteristics. Now, if you see this one, the operating point is all lying here, but you know from seeing the characteristics of the source, okay, where the source current sharply changes. So this is our MPP point. Okay, so this is means what? The operating point is what, lying here. So means it is away from the MPP point. So means what? Here, even though maximum power is available from the panel, because of the mismatch of the source and the load characteristics, we could extract only 180 watts with taking the 7.2. So this is the issue. See, what I am trying to tell is, based on the load and based on the source intersection of source characteristics, we could extract only 180 watts. But actually, if you see the power available in the panel is what, it is more. So because of mismatching of these load characteristics and source characteristics, we could not extract the maximum power. See, operating point, see, to extract the maximum power, the operating point should lie here, but but the operating point is lying here. It is away from your MPP point. Okay, so means what? Only we are drawing 180 watt. So because see, you know, we have invested a lot of money, and our thing is what? Whenever the solar is available, we have to extract the maximum power, because you know nighttime solar power is not available. So means what? Where means a thing is what? We have to optimize, means we have to extract the maximum power. So where means because it is available only 12 hours. So during that time, whatever power available, we have to tap or we have to extract. Okay. But here is what is happening here is, because of mismatch in the operating point. So now operating point is lying here. If that operating point lies this point, then we could extract the maximum power. Means what? If voltage across the, now with this condition, voltage across the panel is 36 volt. So for that is what, you know, power equal to V square by R. So you know, you have studied that power equal to VI, I equal to V by R, Ohm's law, that everybody knows. So power equal to VI, I equal to V by R. So power equal to V square by R. Because the voltage is 36, R is 7.2, we could extract only 180 watt. But suppose by somehow, if I maintain the voltage across the panel equal to 78 volt, then I may get maximum power also. Okay. So because of mismatch in this operating point, we could not extract the maximum power. Why? Because the load is 7.2. Suppose if I vary the load, now you can see this one. Okay. So here there are so many parameters. So radiation also is what, varying. Okay. So for 1 kilowatt per meter square, I should connect a load of 16.2 ohm. But with the 750 radiation, my load should is what, 20.5. Means what, I have to connect impedance, means equivalent impedance is what, 20.5. Suppose my radiation is what, 500 watts per meter square. For that I should connect a load of 27 ohm. But so actually is what now, see, the very basic or important point is you have to understand that with solar, so normally is what, see, in our how we are supplying power is what, based on the load requirement, we are either increasing the generator power or decreasing the generator power. You might have some load shedding. So where are the on priority? See, suppose generation is less, then what those people is what they will do is what, where they will see the where the priority is less, that load they will shut down. Okay. So means shut down, and they will balance the load power with the generation power. Okay. So means what they are doing is what, they are changing the generation based on the load demand. So that is the strategy they are adopting. So that utility or grid people, you might have seen that what do you call it, Genco or Transco or Genco. Okay, because generation. So they will do the load balance and the power balance by shut down the loads, that unpriority load means critical loads. So like that, suppose Hyderabad is a critical load. So what they will do is what, they will not means here they will not cut the power supply. So there is what, that villages are where the priority is less, there the shutdowns, and they will balance, always they will balance the load demand with the source, means what, based on this one. But here, if you see this one, with this one, we have to, means what, it is opposite to the this one. So based by seeing the source behavior, yeah, 1 minute, one. Yeah, sorry. See, here is what, based on what I am trying to tell is, we cannot insist that you can change the load, means you can turn on TV or refrigerator in this duration only. So we cannot insist to consumers. See, based on the consumer wish, we have to generate the power. But here thing is different. See, now to extract the maximum power from the panel, what we have to see, we have to vary the load. But practically, is it means, can we insist consumers or people to tell that yeah, you can change your load? Okay, we cannot insist. So this is the issue. Means what? We cannot tell them that to extract the maximum power from the panel, you can your load should be this much, your load should be this much, or you turn on this much load only. We cannot insist. See, based on their consumer wish, we have to supply the load. But here the thing is different. So to extract the maximum power from the panel, we have to vary the load. Okay, so it is entirely different. Actually, is what in with the utility or conventional system, based on the load, we have to vary the generation. But here is what, based on the generation, we have to vary the load. So it is what exactly, it is opposite to the our conventional system. So we cannot insist that insist to our consumer that we vary the load. See, based on their requirement, we have to adjust. But based on our means based on our requirement, we cannot tell the consumers to change the load. So this is entirely different. So now what is this is the issue we are facing. So what is the solution will or how to tackle this issue, that I will tell later. And also if you see this one with the temperature, also the power means the power from the panel is what, it depends on the temperature, and also it depends on the radiation. Okay. So now, but our ultimate goal is what, we have to extract the maximum power. Okay. So for that is what we require a interface circuit. Just like I told you, okay, I know only Telugu and you know only English. So we both people cannot communicate. So we means what, to communicate among ourselves, we require a good translator, good translator. See, who knows both the English as well as Telugu. Okay, so just like is what, we require one interface circuit. Okay, so means what, this the role of this interface circuit is what, means what, he is giving freedom independent to the load and source. Means what? And these people is what, based on their load behavior and based on this source behavior, it will act just like a, it will act like a translator. Okay, it will act like a translator. So that interface circuit, that is the, see, DC-DC converter. So actually is what, if this is the, no, means this scenario is not there, then there is no role of electrical engineer. Means what, this solar entire system is what, it is completely is what under the mechanical. But now is what, see, role of mechanical engineer also require, and the role of electrical engineer also require in for the solar system. So means what, only electrical engineer can't do this one, and only mechanical engineer can't do. Okay, so here see, not only this is that electric vehicle also. In electric vehicle, the role of electrical engineer also important. At the same time, the role of mechanical engineer also required. So means what, both are this just like a means what, right hand and left hand. Means what, both the role is what required. Okay, so yeah, we can, means what, based on this requirement, we can see as a the, what you call electrical and mechanical, we can combinedly or combinedly is what we can plan for a course. Means what, because see, if you see the solar panel or that electric vehicle, now the role, see, in future definitely is what everywhere is what we can see the electrical vehicle, because now is what already is what the electrical vehicle is what they are means what we are seeing on the road. So what I am trying to tell is what the importance of electrical engineer as well as mechanical engineer is very, very important for handling the future scenario. So that is whether it is a power from the renewable source or the power or what you call electric vehicle. So there is what the requirement of mechanical engineer and the requirement of the role of electrical engineer, mechanical is very, very important. So means what I am trying to tell is we electrical engineer and mechanical engineer means what, they should work together. So if they work independently is what we can't achieve. Okay, so means what, electrical engineer and mechanical engineer both should have, means work together to, means what, to get what you call, to meet the future demand, that is electric vehicle or power from the panel. So here what I am trying to tell is load and this one we require an interface circuit. Okay, see, this is means what, the goal is what we have to extract the means based on the load, we have to extract the maximum. It means irrespective of the load condition or irrespective of the environmental condition, so we have to tap the maximum power from the panel. Okay, so here is what, if this fellow is not there, that interface circuit is not there, so we cannot, means what, we photovoltaic and load is what, they will not communicate. Means what, you can say, just now I told, I have given an example, we require that good translator. Means means that there is a requirement of the translator, just like is what, to communicate with this load and load requirement and the source requirement, definitely we require an interface circuit. Okay, so the role of interface circuit is what, you see, it won't see that load and this one. It means what, based on this requirement, this will behave such that we can extract the maximum from the PV source. So that role is played by this interface circuit. That interface circuit is nothing but DC-DC converters. So I think so this is electronic circuit. There is what we'll use the switch on and off. Okay, so based on that requirement is what, sometimes we'll turn on the switch and sometimes we'll turn off the switch. Okay, so here is what, if you turn on the switch, load is connected to the source. If you turn off the switch, load is disconnected from the source. So here nothing, see, DC-DC converter is nothing. So here is what, sometimes we are connecting source to the load, sometimes is what, we are disconnecting source from the load. So this we are doing in a very fast. So means what, on off. So on off means what, here we are getting the periodic waveform. So that you might have studied that Fourier analysis in mathematics, I think Fourier analysis. So in an average sense, so we are getting, means when switch is on, the source is connected to the load. So means what, we are getting the load voltage. When a switch is open, we are not, load voltage is 0. So we are getting a periodic waveform. And you know, any periodic waveform is what the area under that waveform gives the average value. So that average value nothing but a DC. Okay. See, all things is what we are getting from the maths background only. Okay, and we are extracting the maximum power. Okay, if this fellow is there not there, then we could not extract the maximum power from the PV source. So definitely is what we should rely on that interface circuit. This interface circuit means electronic circuit. See, this circuit is nothing but we are calling as a MPPT, that tracker. Okay, this DC-DC converter is paying the MPPT tracker. Okay, so MPPT tracker. And but generally is what people will say that MPPT charge controller. See, charge controller is different and MPPT tracker is different. Charge controller is related to the battery. That is, suppose if load is a battery. Okay, so you know battery is now, see that. And one more thing is what now battery is what it is playing very important either in the renewable energy system or in the electric vehicle also. In electric vehicle also is what ultimately is what we have, battery is the source. Okay, in hybrid system is what battery as well as that fuel tank means IC engine, and as well as we are using our. So see, there is what the role of electrical engine. See, IC engine is means what definitely is what we require the support of mechanical engineer, and so hybrid system. So means what IC engine, and coming to this one electrical. So we have battery and we have converter and we have a motor. Okay, so means what you say then only is what hybrid system. See, now is what so entire that IC engine system is not changing to pure electrical system, but is what is a transition period. Transition period means what? See, part of the means what the more electric vehicle is running on the hybrid, the IC engine, and this with the battery support. Okay, so like that. So means what that is a hybrid system. So the battery. So here charge controller is the charge current controller is related to the battery. See, battery is a very sensitive device because so battery is what it has some limitations. So means what it means what it can store a limited power or it will store a limited energy. Okay, so means what means it will store the limited energy. So so there is a constraint, and also is what you have to protect the battery. See, all the battery, the lifetime of the battery is the critical because see, charging, see that battery is what we are charging as well as we are discharging. So that called a life cycle. Okay, so you might have 1,000 means every battery is what it will have a lifetime of 2,000 cycles. Means cycle is what charging and discharging. So battery is what will charge and then will utilize for our load. So then it will discharge. Okay, that is the cycle. And also important point is what you might have seen that so battery get damaged. So under what conditions is what? See, that is a over voltage. See, over voltage, under voltage. See, over voltage means what? If you charge the battery for more time, then what happens? The battery get is what damaged. So in mobile phone also, suppose if you charge for more time, then is what it will overcharge, and you might have seen that it will bulge. Okay. So that is it. So the means what we should not overcharge the battery. Also, we should not over discharge the battery also. So battery is what very critical. Okay, then only we can enhance the lifetime of the battery. Okay, so there is a means what there is a limit on the voltage. Over voltage means we should not do the over voltage and we should not do the under voltage. Means that is upper float voltage or that. Okay, see in our vehicle also that we will see that. If you go on discharge the battery is what, then battery is what will tell that the battery is what get dead. Dead means what you have over discharged the battery. Okay, and then is what so means what the battery is a very critical. So we should not over discharge the battery. At the same time, we should not overcharge the battery. Okay, suppose in market if you see that there is a 12-volt battery. See, 12-volt battery is the nominal voltage. Okay, that 12-volt battery is the nominal voltage. Nominal voltage means what? See, in battery we have just like a PV cell. See, like in module we have cells. Here also is what in battery also we have cells. Each cell will give a 2 volts. So like that 2 volts is what will connect 6 cells in battery, 6 cells in series to get the 12-volt battery. That is a nominal voltage battery. But is what the 12-volt battery is what, if you see the data sheet or the that on that battery, okay, so he will give the that specifications. So means what you have to charge the battery up to 13.8 volts only. See, 12-volt voltage is the nominal voltage. That 13.8 volt is the that maximum voltage. Means what, beyond that 13.8 you should not overcharge. Then what happens? See, battery is very critical. If you overcharge, then what happens? Inside, you see, we have electrode. You see, again chemical, the role of chemical engineer come into picture. So here is where we have electrode. In between we have electrolysis. So that electrolysis is what we have a H2SO4. Okay. Suppose if you overcharge, then what happens? That electrolysis is what, it will convert into aqueous to the gas. Okay. So that is what, sulfuric acid is very dangerous for our naked eye. Okay. So battery is what, sometimes battery is what, it will may blast also. Okay. So means what, the sulfuric acid, that is what, if that means what, it is very dangerous to our naked eye. So please remember that don't overcharge the battery. So protecting the battery is very critical. Okay. If you go on overcharging, means suppose PV power is available, if you go on overcharge the battery, what happens? The battery is what, it will blast. So means what, that gases, means what, gases will evolve from that battery, that sulfuric acid, and that battery is very dangerous to our naked eye. Okay, sulfuric acid. Okay, so yeah, so that is dangerous. So you have to protect the battery from overcharge. Means what, that up to, means what, you can what you call, you can charge the battery, or you can store the energy up to that maximum voltage, that is 13.8 volts. Suppose PV night time is what you are using the battery, so PV power is not. So what you are doing, you are discharging the battery. Okay, discharging battery means, can we discharge the battery to 0? No. If you discharge the battery up to 0, means SOC is 0, means what, battery get dead. Okay, so means what, there is a lower limit also. Means up to this much voltage only you have to discharge the battery. Okay, suppose if you discharge the battery up to 0 voltage, means what, again you cannot reuse that battery. The battery is what, it gets dead. See, you have invested, means the battery costs are so important, no? Okay, so means what, you have to protect the battery from overcharge and over discharge also. So for that is what, you require a charge controller. Okay, so you might have heard that this terminal, MPPT charge controller. So both are independent. Charge control is related to the battery, and MPPT, maximum power point tracking, is related to your panel or your module or PV source. Okay, but here thing is what, both the functions, means what, both the function at a time you cannot do. Okay, so means what, here this is very, please pay attention, this is very important. So means what, see, we have a load, suppose load is a battery, and we have an interface circuit, and we have a PV source. So what is our goal? See, whether it is a sun tracking, that MPPT tracking, or electrical tracking, our objective is what, whatever available power in the panel, that we have to extract. But at the same time, you have to see the load condition also. So load means what, battery. Suppose we have connected the battery. So from the panel we are extracting power, and we are storing in the battery. Okay, so means what, that free power is available, so we cannot go on dump into the battery. Okay, so because your battery is what, it is a limited source, it cannot store the energy. Okay, means what, whatever energy you want, it cannot store. It will store the energy in a limited. Okay, and it will give a energy in the limited form. So we are calling as a battery as a source as sink. Means what, source means what, which delivers power or which gives energy. Sink means what, which absorbs the energy. So battery plays both the role. Sometimes means based on the requirement it will play, sometimes it will play as a source, sometimes it will play as a sink. Okay, but here is what you have to understand, that your battery is what, it will means it is a limited source, means it will take limited source, limited energy, and it will deliver a limited energy. Okay, so battery is see, not only in related to PV. If you see in electric vehicle also, battery plays a very important technique. So just like so now people see, we are using different charging techniques. So now in future, so that the technology is what, battery swapping. Just like we are using LPG cylinder. So that empty cylinder they are taking and they are replacing with this one. So like that, in future, not only, see, now it is near, in one, I think in 1 or 2 years, definitely is what that battery swapping technology, definitely it will come. Okay, that is what replacing the battery with that exhausted battery, or what you call that empty battery with this fully charged battery. Okay, so that's one. So here is what I am trying to do. The role of electrical engineer and mechanical engineering in future, definitely it is enhancing. Means our what do you call, our role is very important. Electrical engineer role and mechanical engineer role is very important to handle or to tackle the future issues regarding to the electric vehicle, or regarding to this renewable sources. Okay, so yeah, that battery. So that charge controller is related to the battery or pertain to the battery. So we have to protect the battery from overcharge as well as over discharge. Okay, so this is, see, telling theory is very easy, but if you implement practically, all these issues is what you have to do in a critical manner, or in a, see this see, it looks very small things, but while designing the circuit in a practical way or in real time, so this is very important. Means we have to take all the conditions. Okay, we have to protect the battery from overcharging, and we have to see the SOC and depth of the discharge, this one. So here, this interface circuit, it can do only one job. Either it can protect the load. Protect the load means, suppose load is the battery, so we have to protect from overcharge and over discharge. So this interface after the translator, so its role is very important. Okay, but see, interface circuit between source and this one. See, from source point of view, so what is our objective? We have to extract the maximum power. Okay, but from load point of view, we have to protect the battery. But this fellow, that interface circuit, it can't do the job at a time. Means it cannot extract the maximum power from the panel. Also, it cannot protect the battery. But this fellow is what it will do only one job. Either it can protect the load, or it can extract the maximum power from the source. But it can't do both the work at a time. See, it will do both the work is what that individually it can do. But at a time, means simultaneously, it can't do both the work. Means extracting maximum power and protecting the battery, it can't do. Either it can do this or this. Okay. So now, see, that you have to decide. Means in our program, we have to decide whether you have to protect the battery or you have to extract the maximum power. This means what? This we have to decide. Okay, when does we extract maximum power, or when does we protect the battery? That you have to decide. Okay, so simple concept is that MPPT charge controller is what? See, first thing is what? Charge controller and MPPT tracking. Both are independent. First thing is what? That MPPT tracking means we have to extract the maximum power. So now to extract the maximum power is what we are extracting, but we have to dump in now. Your load should be able to absorb that power. Suppose battery is already fully charged. Under that condition, if you extract the maximum power from the panel, but your load is what? Even though you are extracting, but your load is not in a position to absorb that power, then what to do? Because your load is what? It is not receiving. It is not in a position to receive that whatever power you are extracting from the panel. Because, see, I'll take example battery. Battery already fully charged. Now is a daytime. You cannot power is available from the panel, but you cannot extract. You cannot dump in the battery, because battery. Just now I told battery is a limited sink. Means a limited sink means what? It will absorb only the limited power or limited energy. Okay, so means what? To extract the maximum power is what? You have to ensure that the battery is what? It should means the battery should it should be in a position to absorb that power. Okay, so then only you can operate or you can track at the maximum power point. Okay, so means what? That charge controller is related to the load, and MPPT tracker is related to the source. Okay, So that is a MPPT charge controller. See, MPPT charge controller means what? Suppose battery is what? Yeah, it is in a position to absorb the power. Under that case is what? So suppose your battery voltage means what? Less than the 13.8. Yeah, you can extract the maximum power and you can dump that energy into the in the battery, because now battery is what? It is not fully charged. It is in a position to absorb that power. Yeah. So then is what you can do? You can you can do the, or you can extract the maximum power from the source. See, you can, it is extracting, so then load is what? Absorbing power. So here battery voltage is what? It is increasing, and now battery, suppose battery voltage is what? Reached to 13.8 volts. Okay, so means what? Battery is now, it is fully charged. Okay, battery is fully charged. Now it no longer it will absorb the power. So under that case is what? You cannot extract the maximum power from the panel, because the battery is what? Already fully charged. Okay, so where do you dump that power? And your load is what? It is not in a position to absorb that power. So under that case is what? You cannot extract the maximum power. Means you cannot. So you have to change your strategy. See, what I am trying to tell is, based on the requirement, you have to change your strategy. Okay. Suppose load is in a position to absorb the power, means what? Your strategy is what? You should extract the maximum power from the panel. Okay. Suppose load is what? Already in a position, means it is in a fully charged condition. Under that case is what? Means what? It is it is a fully, means what? Under that case is what? You cannot extract the maximum power. Then under that case is what? This fellow, or that translator or that interface circuit, you should protect this load from the overcharge. So whatever power it requires, that much power only it has to draw from the source. Okay. So means what? That is called a charge controller. Okay. So means what? This fellow will play a dual role. So it will play sometimes it will play as a MPPT tracker. Sometimes it will play as a charge controller. Charge controller means what? See, charge means what? See, you know that current is nothing but a flow of electrons, and the electron has a negative charge. This one. So here charge controller means it is controlling the flow of charge. Okay, it is controlling the flow of charge in a battery. Battery or that capacitor, whatever. So ultra capacitor, what? Okay. See, battery is what? High energy density, and that ultra capacitor is what? Okay, instant. So there is what? There it is, means we cannot store more energy in the capacitor, but capacitor is what? Instantaneous, means compared to battery it will act very fast. So that is why when electric vehicle regenerative braking condition is what? Whatever energy we are recovered under regenerative condition will store in the ultra capacitor, because the ultra capacitor will act fast compared to the battery. Okay, so it is a low inertia system, but high inertia, and ultra capacitor is a low inertia, means it will act very quickly. It will take or it will give. Okay, so under transient condition is what? So in electric vehicle is what? Under transient condition. Transient condition means what? Under braking, this one, or suppose your electric vehicle is what? Going the what you call slope. Okay, under that case is what? We require instant energy. So under that case, battery is what? It won't give the instant energy. So under that case is what? We are tapping energy from the ultra capacitor. Okay, so that means what? This is the significance of the battery and the ultra capacitor. And see, I am, means what? All this job we cannot do with this translator or interface circuit. Okay, just to make understand you people, I have used that translator. Okay, but here is what? We are using that as an interface circuit. Okay, power electronic circuit or electronic circuit. Okay, just like between the suppose your mobile and AC source, we are using the adapter. See, adapter is nothing but interface circuit. That is a power electronic circuit only. Okay, so that we are using adapter, because source is what? See, there is what? In our home, or even in our home we have a 230 volt AC supply, single phase 230 volt AC supply, and we are using is what? Interface circuit, that is the adapter. And our load is what? Load is a battery, that is mobile phone. In mobile phone is what? Is an electronic gadget. So inside you might have seen that battery, So based on that means what, all that chips or whatever that they are working with a DC. Okay, so that battery and see, we are charging and this one, and it will run this one. So all the batteries, what they will supply the power in the form of the DC. Okay, and so you see their AC source, and you know that AC source, how we are getting power from the AC source. See, all mostly means what, just now I told. So all that coal power plant. See, from coal power plant we are getting power, this one. And you know the drawback of the coal power plant. See, that coal power plant is what they in coal power plant. So there are so many conversion stages. You might have seen that. See, there also is what, so coal handling. After that we are using boiler, and we are generating steam, and with that we are running the turbine, and turbine is rotating the generator, and generator we are getting the power, and that power is what we are transmitting. So there are so many conversion stages. So that is why efficiency is what very poor in that conventional coal power plant, that is thermal power station. But coming to the PV source, the efficiency is very high. Okay, because here there is no intermediate conversion. Directly we are converting the radiation energy into electrical energy. Okay, and here there is no impact on the environment condition. That is very, very important, because the coal, so the impact on the environment is very high. But in PV, with PV source or with wind source, these are the these are the renewable sources. So impact on the environment is less. Okay, that is why is what now people means we are moving towards the renewable sources. Okay, so yeah. So I think you might have heard, means we require an interface circuit to communicate with the source and the load, and you might have now you may understand that's what is charge controller and what is the MPPT tracker. See, MPPT tracker is related to the PV source and charge controller is related to the load. If load is a battery, yeah. Yeah. So I will not discuss about these converters. Yeah. So, but I will discuss this one, that yeah, this part also is very, very important for you. That is some control, the what you call maximum power point tracking algorithms. Okay. See, this algorithm is what, just like what we have learned in C language. Okay. So this algorithms is what, by seeing the characteristics. See, here you can see this one. So just like a hill climbing. See, our goal is what, we have to climb to hill, that peak point, hill climbing. And now you have to see whether you are descend or descend. Okay. But final ultimate goal is what, you have to reach to the peak point, the peak point of the hill. Okay. And simple logic is what, now this side is what, now if you are the before MPP point means what we will do is what, to reach to the this peak of the hill or that maximum power point, what you have to do is what, you have to increase the voltage across the array by using that interface circuit. Just now I have shown you, that just like a translator in between that load and the source. Okay, simple is what, you have to increase the voltage across the panel, then power is what automatically increases. Okay, and is what you see, and this job up to what point you will do? How do you know that you have reached the that see this is means, how do you know that you have reached the peak point? Okay, now you tell me, how do you decide whether you have reached this one? Okay, here is what, if you increase the voltage, suppose power is decreasing, means if you increase the voltage, power is increasing, means what, is fine. But suppose you have increased the voltage, power is decreasing, means what, you have crossed the peak power. See, all these algorithm is what, by seeing the characteristics only, simple logic. See, here is what, so you have increased the voltage, power also increasing. Okay, fine. But how do you ensure that you have reached the top, or that peak power or peak point, or the peak point of the hill? So just is what you will check, you will increase the voltage. Suppose in spite of the increased voltage, power delivered by the panel is decreased. Oh, means what? You come to conclusion that, yeah, already I have crossed the peak point. Because see, because beyond MPP is what? If you increase the voltage, power is decreasing. Okay. So means what? By sensing this, so means what? We are using this concept. What concept we are using? See, we are by somehow, means what? By somehow or by using that interface circuit, we are increasing the voltage across the panel, or voltage seen by the panel. Okay. Suppose, and voltage increase, suppose power also we are measuring. Power from the panel also we are measuring. Voltage increasing, power also increasing means what? Yeah. Okay. I am before MPP point. Okay, then what action I'll do? I'll go on increasing voltage across the panel, and I will observe whether my power drawn from the panel is increasing or not. Okay, so means what? If voltage increase, power drawn from the panel also increasing means fine. Okay, because both are changing. But see, at this point I have to reach. But how do I know that whether I have reached this peak point? So means what? I will gradually, means I will do this process, means I will increase and I will observe power also increasing. Okay, then fine, means I am in a right path. Then I will go on increase the voltage, I will see the power. Suppose I have increased the voltage, but power is decreased. That means I have crossed that peak point. So then means what? I have crossed this region, and I have crossed this peak point, and then I have moved to the other region, that is beyond MPP point. Okay, then is what action I have to do? Again, instead of increasing the voltage, now I will decrease the voltage. Okay, so means what? Here exactly MPPT point I may not reach. Only is what? Around that peak point I will oscillate. Oscillate means what? I will roam and here and there. Means exactly that point we cannot track. Okay, because see, just now I'll increase the voltage, but power is decreasing means what? I have crossed the MPP point. Again, and next corrective action what I will do is what? I will decrease the voltage. I will decrease the voltage and I will see power is increased or not. Suppose I will decrease the voltage. Suppose power increase means what? Fine. And suppose I decrease the voltage but power is decreased means, see, I have decreased the voltage, power decrease means what? Again I have to change. So like that. So see, characteristics. So all these algorithms, whatever the that maximum power point algorithm is what they have just is what they have framed, or they have, okay, they have devised or based on these characteristics only. Okay, and they have given the different name. See, because see, to for getting the PhD degree definitely is what? Something we have to show them a new. See, not 100%, but something delta X improvement we have to show. Okay, so that is what people are is what they have measured means what they have shown in terms of increasing voltage, decreasing, and some other people is what they instead of increasing decreasing voltage, some people they have seen the slope. Okay, but ultimate goal is what you have to reach this one. So positive slope means what? They are before MPP. Negative slope means what? They are after the MPP point. Okay, because see, this is a straight line having positive slope. Okay, that is dV by di or d, yeah. Okay, or dP by dV. Okay, dP by dV. So if dP by dV is positive means what? You are before MPP. If dP by dV is what? Negative means what? You are beyond the MPP. Okay, so here is what? This is simple language coding you can do in what you call any controller, because now we have microcontrollers and we have DSP controllers and we have FPGA controllers. See, you might have heard Arduino. So Arduino controllers. So there is what in Arduino controllers. See, advantage of these controllers is what? They are very fast. Okay, very fast. And yeah, based on even your washing machine also is what? We are using microcontroller only. So there is what we are writing the coding. Okay, coding for this one for that in washing machine. So like that, here also you have to write this coding. See, all this coding is what developed based on the concept only. So what I am trying to tell you, so please try to understand the basic concept of any system. If you are thorough with the concept, then you can do anything. Okay. So see, this is what coding. So we are sensing the voltage across the panel, current from the panel, and power drawn from the panel is the product of the current from the panel and product of the current and the voltage across the panel. And means what we have this kth instant, means present instant, this is the present power, and this is a k minus 1 means the previous power. So we have to compare the present power with the previous power. So means why we are comparing? Because I have increased the voltage, my power is increased with compared to the previous one or not. Okay. Suppose it means based on that only we have to take the action. Suppose here. So power is increased. Okay. Power is increased compared to the previous one. Okay. Yeah. Because I have to reach to this peak.
Sir, excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
It is 1 o'clock, sir. Can you?
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. Yeah, I'll wind up. Okay. Yeah, I'll wind up. Yeah. So see, based on this one, voltage, because here before MPP, we are sensing the voltage also. Okay. And that increment in the voltage. Okay. So V reference that whether you have to decrease the voltage reference across the panel or increase the panel. So this is the increment, and to reaching this one is what important. Suppose that value, that increment in value is very less, means or accurately you can track the maximum power. But thing is what, it will take more time. Okay. See, for converging that problem to, means convergence means what, to get that result or to reach the peak point, that depends on the how much value of increment, what is the increment in voltage, that plays an important role. Suppose your increment is, you have chosen that increment in the voltage or that value is less, means what, accuracy is more, but on the other side is what, it will take more time to converge. So that everything is what you have to decide. So there is no straight forward answers are not there. So based on your requirement, you have to choose and you have to devise the control strategy based on your requirement. Okay. Yeah. So here is there are other that MPPT. So normally is what perturb and observe is what widely will use. So this is a simple technique, and this is a perturb and observe, and hill climbing, and that incremental conductance MPPT algorithm. It will check the slope dP by d. So maths background. So dP by dV slope is here 0 means what? See, dP by 0. What does it mean? Because from mathematics background, dP by dV is what, 0. We will get either maxima or minima. Okay, because the slope at maxima or minima is what. So here is what reach peak point. Here slope is because the line or the tangent line drawn to this one is parallel to this one, slope equal to 0. So means what, left of the MPP is what, slope positive, and right of the MPP is what, slope negative. So like this. So there are like that is what they have devised so many control strategies, MPPT algorithms. Yeah, this one, and yeah. See, simple standalone system. You might have heard this word standalone. It might see, standalone means what? See, conventionally is what, we are depending or we are tapping power from the that utility or grid. So here in standalone system is what, we are not taking the help of the grid. That is called a standalone system. Okay. So means what? Now we are relying on the renewable energy. So all our load we are tapping from the renewable source. So that is called a standalone system. Okay. So in standalone system is what, because renewable sources are intermittent in nature. So we cannot predict when they are available, when they are not available. So means what? Because see, our this is for household application and industry application, and solar energy is available only daytime. So nighttime is what nighttime is what we have to take power. So solar is not available. So battery is what plays important role in standalone system. Yeah, batteries, load, battery bank is important. So for battery bank also is what we require interface circuit. So what I am trying to tell is what, definitely we require that interface electronic circuit is must, because to tap a battery we have to protect the battery, and power from the battery is what, it is bidirectional. We have to charge the battery as well as we have to take power, because PV is not available. Night time we have to take power from the battery. Just like in our home we have a UPS. Okay, UPS nothing but is what, we have a battery. Okay. So, and the battery we have to take power from the battery, and when PV power is available, If load power is means what, PV power, we are extracting maximum power, we are supplying the load demand as well as we are charging the battery. Night time is what we are, whatever we are, nighttime solar is not available, we are now taking power from the battery. So this is standalone system. Yeah. Yeah. So in grid connected system is what, you might have seen that now, see, earlier we entirely depend on the core power plant. Now is what our system is what gradually we are shifting, means what, or we are depending, or we are tapping more power from the large solar power plant. And here is what directly we are giving to the grid. We are not giving to the that load. So large solar power plant, you might have seen there, it is generating power in terms of megawatt. So there is what we are directly connecting that panel, large power plant. So there is what you might have seen, we have so many power modules connected in panel so occupying lakhs of, or what do you call, in acres of land. There we have installed this solar power plant, but it is directly connected to the grid and load is connected across the grid. Okay, so this is about the grid connected system. In grid connected is PV is DC and grid is AC. So we require interface circuit which convert DC power to the AC power. So everywhere we require a interface circuit. Yeah, and sir, can I take 1 minute? 1 minute only. So this is very important. See, actually is what, if you see the coal power plant, so there we have a good regulator. Okay, that regulator, and we have a inertia. Because it is a rotating system. But coming to the PV system, in PV system we don't have a rotating part. So as it is don't have a rotating parts, it don't have a inertia. So inertia means what? See, generator is what is rotating. So any rotating is, it has a kinetic energy. Suppose that coal power is means that not sufficient, means what? The generator is what, because of it is a kinetic energy that is utilized for the generation. So there is no large fluctuation in the power. But here the issue is now we are shifting towards the renewable sources and there is no moving part in the PV source. So inertia is 0 in this PV. So how to overcome that is also major issues. Okay. Okay, sir. Okay. So thank you all for patience listening. So, and I wholeheartedly thank Kameshwar Reddy sir for inviting me or for giving me this opportunity to interact with you people. So thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir, for your nice presentation. And
Yes,
good research work also is going to be useful for anybody
yes,
interested.
yes.
Very thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you all. Sir, any queries or any?
Yes, sir. Once participants, if interested, okay, sir. Otherwise, we can wind up.
Okay, we'll wind up, sir.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, participants. Any queries regarding this session, please? Otherwise. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Please, sir. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay, participants. Again, we will meet the next session, 2:15. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.